Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explore the concept of thoughts. Research has shown that every person on average has about 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. And among those thoughts, 45,000 thoughts are negative thoughts. That is to say that about 65% of the thoughts you have every single day are negative thoughts. These are the negative thoughts which are making you develop anxiety, which are making you have fear, which are making you develop ulcers because of overthinking. There are so many people who fall into the trap and patterns of overthinking. And when you are overthinking, this means that your mind is so powerful that it is magnifying the thoughts that you are having hundreds, thousands, and even millions of times. So if you can imagine, you have one single thought, and then your mind has the power to magnify that thought, to dissect, to multiply that thought into millions of other thoughts. Then you can see how great of a disaster it is that you have 60 to 70,000 thoughts every day, and you are able to multiply those negative thoughts in your life. They make you sick. And by the end of this video, you are going to feel empowered to learn how to control your thoughts and how not to identify yourself as your thoughts. Because as you are going to learn in this video, is that you are not your thoughts. There are so many people who think that they are their thoughts. Some other people think that they are their body. But in the mix of all that, you come to realize that you are not your body, you are not your thoughts, you are the observer, the one who witnesses the thoughts happening. So, most people do not know who they are. And that is why they will let their thoughts run freely without witnessing them, without controlling them, to make sure that they are choosing to think thoughts that are going to impact their lives positively and not negatively. So, most people are suffering their mental power, their mental capability, because our minds have two fundamental faculties that makes every reality, or that creates every reality that we witness or encounter in our lives. The first fundamental faculty in your mind is your memory. The next one is your imagination or creativity. There are so many people who are suffering their memories. Today, you are suffering something that happened 10 years ago. Today, you are suffering something that happened 70 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 months ago. That means that your memory is so powerful such that it took a screenshot or a video of the event when it was happening, and then 10 years later, your mind is replaying the incidents, and you are suffering as though that incident is happening at that particular moment. This is the point where I want to let you know that your body is your unconscious mind. Because your body does not know what is real and what is not. Your body will respond just the same way it will respond when you are being chased by a lion and when you are dreaming being chased by a lion. So your body does not know when an experience is happening in reality and when that experience is being created or generated in the mind. So when you keep memories of events and experiences that are unpleasant, experiences that are painful, and then over time you keep replaying them and multiplying them, then you continue to suffer those memories. The other faculty is your imagination. Anxiety, fear, stress, and so many other phobias are as a result of somebody's imagination. You sit down and in your mind you anticipate a future possible experience, and then you imagine it being a negative experience. And before it happens, you start suffering it. That is why today someone has anxiety because of an event that is going to happen tomorrow. Something that is going to happen in the future. So somebody is already suffering it today. So most people think that they are suffering life. But in reality, you are not suffering life. You are suffering your imagination and your sense of memory. You are suffering the memories that you have heaped, the memories that you have kept over time. And you're also suffering your imagination. That is, if you decide to imagine or anticipate danger in the near future or in any particular future. So at this particular time, it is very important for you to understand that when you recreate experiences that you do not prefer, experiences that have happened in the past, you can feel the same pain similarly as the pain that you felt when that experience happened in reality. And sometimes I tell people that there are so many people in this life who are doing the devil's work, that you do not even need the devil to bring you enemies in your life. You are already doing a magnificent work. You're already doing a good work of being your own enemy. Because you are allowing your memories to make you miserable. You are allowing your sense of imagination to cause you suffering. So when your thoughts lands unchecked, when your thoughts, because when the memories are torturing you and you are suffering your memories, it is because you have decided to hold on to certain memories. You have decided to attach to certain memories or experiences that have happened in the past. So right now, because of that attachment, because you are not willing to let go of these memories, that is why they are killing you. That is why you are suffering those memories, because of attaching to them. You do not want to let them go. You also don't want to stay in the present moment. You are living in the past. When you attach yourself to certain memories, when you attach yourself to certain things and people, then you are going to suffer that. So, if you want to live a life that is free of suffering and pain, it is very important that you do not identify yourself to be your memories, to be your imagination, to be your mind. You are not your mind. You are the one who is observing your mind. If right now I asked you to say something, let's say for example, I ask you to say this in your mind without verbalizing it. So I want you to say in your mind that I am happy. I want you to say that. I'm giving you a few seconds to say that. Say, I am happy in your mind. Don't verbalize it. Say, I am happy. When you say you are happy, The fact is, you have heard those words in your mind, in your thoughts. You have heard them. You have heard that voice saying, I am happy. So it is your mind which has said the word I am happy, because it is your mind which knows the meaning of what happiness is, interprets that word, and then there's that part of you which has heard the word I am happy. So the part of you which has heard that word, then that is who you are. Because you are the consciousness itself. You do not have consciousness, you are the consciousness itself. I've heard other people say that I have a life. You cannot have a life. You are the life itself. So when you stop identifying yourself with your thoughts, then you start witnessing your thoughts, listening to them, and without holding on to them or attaching to them, you let them flow through you. You just let them happen, and then you just witness them happening. So you are the witness of your thoughts, not the thought themselves. So it is not going to be easy because at some point I also had to work on this, because we grow up surrounded by thoughts that are negative. We grow up in environments and communities and societies where so much of what is happening is negative experiences. There's crime, there's this, there's that, there's violence. Yeah, there are people who are living in survival mode and now they have nothing to live for. So you live in a lot of negativity, fear, anger, frustrations. So all those are negative energies that impact your life experiences. So when you identify that you are having patterns of negative thinking, it is not going to be easy. It is going to be very uncomfortable to work through those thoughts and start adopting a pattern of positive thinking. Thinking thoughts that you prefer, thinking thoughts that affect your life positively, or thinking thoughts that recreates positive experiences in your life. It's not going to be easy, it's going to feel uncomfortable. So when you decide to walk the path of not identifying yourself as your mind, of becoming the observer that you are to your mind, of becoming the pure consciousness that you are, then a lot is going to happen, a lot is going to change, and it's not going to be comfortable, because your mind and your body have been doing this for so many years. Your body has been tuned into negativity and negative thinking for so many years. So you cannot just snap out of it. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's achievable. Personally, I had to go through a lot of struggles. And at some point I realized that the more I tried to stop having negative thoughts, the more I multiplied those negative thoughts, because I was trying to resist negative thoughts, because I had identified myself with the thoughts. And when you identify yourself with your thoughts and your emotions, then you are responding to life in an egoic way. That is your ego that is identifying itself with its thoughts, with the thoughts and the emotions or the body or the feelings. So it is not going to be easy, it is going to feel uncomfortable, but you need to push through to make sure that this happens. So from this point on, I want you to try to your level best to make sure that you can listen to your thoughts. For you to be able to listen to your thoughts, you will need to stay chill, to stay quiet, to stay calm, to stay silent. You will need to silence the external world and the internal world. If there are traumas that are haunting you, you will need first of all to silence those. If there are unresolved life crises that you feel are still tormenting you, you will still need to silence those. So that in that state of serenity, you can be able to reason. You can be able to hear. I'm recording this video at midnight. So right now, there's a lot of serenity. But you can, because I'm a little bit closer to the superhighway, so I can be able to hear some sounds of vehicles in the highway. I can be able to hear some dogs out there. I can be able to hear some sounds of speakers and all that. Yeah. But it is a little bit calm at night because there are so many, there are not so many noises. So you want to silence your internal and external world, and especially the internal noises. The stories that you tell yourself, the noises that you generate in your mind, the narratives, the negative narratives and the self-sabotaging negative narratives that you tell yourself, you need to silence those stories. You need to silence those narratives so that you can be able to listen and hear what is happening within you. It's so sad that so many people are turning to external solutions for challenges that are happening within. If you want to resolve internal crisis, you're going to have to find those solutions, the solutions to those problems within, not without. So, stop multiplying thoughts you do not prefer. Try to listen to your thoughts, observe them, hear what is happening, and then from that point now, you can try to sieve. Without trying to identify yourself with the thoughts, without trying to get attached to the thoughts, without trying to get involved with the thoughts, without trying to define the thoughts, without trying to judge the thoughts, you want to stay neutral. In a state of observance, you want to stay neutral to make sure that what is happening, you're not getting involved with it. That is the only way that you can be able to tap into the pure consciousness, to the observer that you are, and see everything that is happening. And then when you let everything happen without attaching to it, without holding on to it, then it will flow. It will just walk in and walk out. You just see those thoughts walking in and walking out, walking in and walking out, and then you just be observing and enjoying that movement. So, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, kindly raise it in the comment section so that I can be able to respond to you. If you want personalized coaching, you can always reach out to me. But the most important thing, you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not your feelings. You are the observer, the witness who sees all those things happen. So, just live a life of allowing, of letting things happen. And then you come to realize that your thoughts are not going to work against you, your thoughts are going to work for you. Thank you so much. I love you all. You are wonderful people. Thank you for the support, even for the donations that you are making, even for the subscription and commenting and even sharing these videos. Thank you so much. The next episode is coming up soon.